Hey everyone, welcome to the very first episode of Out and About with Mr. D. It's been a long time coming. I've been wanting to do a podcast or a blog or something or other for, the last 5 years really, and finally got my finger out because, hey, what else can you do in lockdown, So today I thought I'd do something a little bit interesting. Not that any other day could have been anything else, but what I'm looking at today, or what I'm going to tell you about today, is something called BanhMiThanhLong, and what that is a bread. Banh mi is bread, and Danlong is dragon fruit. So I'm actually going to talk to you about dragon fruit bread, and how this came about was the owner of ABC Bakery was a little bit concerned about all of the fruit, the dragon fruit, that Vietnam couldn't sell to China because of the COVID-19 situation, and was trying to work out what on earth he could do with this abundance of fruit that would help out the farmers and also be a product that could be sold, obviously to make some money, because that's the way the economy works. So he got together with the farmers and organised to buy a lot of their fruit, and then worked out a recipe that would enable the fruit to be baked into a sweet bread. I didn't realise it was a sweet bread at first, but yes, it is, and I'll give you some more information on that in a minute. So after I post the video, I'll actually put a couple of links to some stories about the whole thing, and it's quite an interesting read, and it's quite an amazing story. So what this guy did was he created a demand, I suppose, for a product that never existed prior to having this overabundance of fruit. So yeah, if he can do it, I'm sure other people could do it. He also made the recipe public. So not only does ABC Bakery, which is one of the largest bakery chains in Vietnam, Saigon Bakery also do it, and I think there are other little bakeries that also create these banh mi's that have the dragon fruit in them. So, and you could too if you want to do it. So without any further ado, let me introduce you to the wonderful BanhMiThanhLong. Ta-da! It also looks like a dragon fruit, because if you've ever seen a dragon fruit, it does have these little, not really leaves, but they're parts of the actual dragon fruit, and you actually need to cut it in half and scoop the fruit out of the inside. You can sort of see, if I hold it up quite closely, there's little black dots all over it, and those little black dots are the seeds. So if you've ever had dragon fruit, there's a white dragon fruit, so it's a white flesh with black seeds, and there's also a purple dragon fruit, which is a purple flesh and black seeds. So this one's actually made from the purple, and as you can see, the actual colour inside of the bread is a little bit purpley, and when it's not so purple, it looks a bit more orange than anything else. So without any further ado, let me introduce you to this wonderful bread. Normally the Vietnamese bread is quite crusty, so when you tap it and you crack it, basically it'll and then it'll flake, and you know that you actually got a really fresh banh mi. Now, this one's not the same as that, so it's not going to crackle and crumble everywhere. So let's give it a go. Okay, comes apart quite nicely. Oh, it's just soft and nearly not gooey or anything like that, but just soft, and look, it just breaks away. And look how easy, like that is so fresh. I did buy them today, so of course they're going to be fresh. You can peel away the inside, like it's just nice and fluffy, and it smells really nice. As you can see, it's not really purpley inside. It's quite sort of orangey in a way. Nice and soft. A little chewy. Good. You can't taste the texture of the seeds. It's not gritty in your teeth or anything like that, so it doesn't interrupt it. And if you actually have a look, there's few raisins, so that's why it's got this nice sweetness to it as well. I'm going to continue eating while I chat to you because it is quite delicious. It's been a little while since I had dinner, so I can probably eat all of this, whereas if I had this a couple of hours ago, I'd just eaten a huge bowl of bun sao, which is a big noodle dish, and there's no way I could eat one of these as well because they're pretty big. The normal banh mi would be about as long as this, but probably half the size of this. So, and a little bit more fluffy on the inside, still very soft and fresh, but not as, this is dense in a way. So from that standpoint, oh look, you could probably slather it in butter and you'd be in heaven. Definitely don't need it. It's not dry or anything like that, so really quite yummy actually. I had intended to buy these and use them for a bit of tomato and cheese to put inside, and a bit of chutney. But now I realise they're sweet. I can't do that, so my savoury idea is pretty much out the window. So instead, I'm just going to have to more than likely have these by himself. I don't really have anything I can have with it at the moment. I've got a little bit of syrup here available, so I could probably do that. This is, let me introduce you to my kitchen while I've got you here. So this is my kitchen. Ta-da! Yep. Not quite what I'm used to. For any of you who have known me in my previous life, I'm usually pretty kitchen savvy, and I love my kitchen. Oh, you probably only saw that bit, but yeah, I've got utensils hanging up. We've got a nice little caddy there for other bits and pieces. That's where we do our washing up. Yep, it's a basin, and that's our drying rack. So, yeah, you know, you adapt to things. So anyway, back to the whole reason, BanhMiThanhLong. Delicious. I really like it. I'm glad that I bought a couple of these little babies, and I will probably buy some more, I dare say. So if you're over here, please help support the farmers. It's a wonderful, amazing idea that this guy came up with to try and help get rid of that stockpile. I'm not quite sure how successful it was in reducing heaps of numbers, but if this bread is baked every day, because Vietnamese buy stuff fresh all the time, and people buy a couple of these every day, they're pretty massive, but still you would go through a lot of fruit to make these. And especially if all the bakeries in all the cities are doing it, it would definitely help. Unfortunately, we're about to go into a bit more of a lockdown, so over the next week or so, it's probably going to reduce those numbers. However, once all that stuff's out the way, we'll definitely have a wonderful outlet for different fruit. I'm not sure what other breads might start being baked because of excess in fruit, but who knows? Time will tell. Maybe we'll have a pineapple, or we do have banana bread, but in terms of a loaf, that could be quite interesting. Not sure about the shape though. That could be quite interesting to get that out of the ovens. So hopefully we'll see you on the flip side. So everyone stay safe. Try and practice your social distancing and be very responsible about it. And I'll catch you for the next installment. Okay, bye.